period of disturbing economies, disturbed world, where we see deep changes in the economical relationships between the countries and between the regions, uncertainty, volatility, and it's a good sign that two countries that have more than 240 years of relationship decide together to strengthen this relationship, to work together hand in hand, and to find solutions to world challenges like lack of talents, like green transition, like manufacturing. And I think we have a good opportunity that we both understood as a countries since more than 2 years now. Two countries that have a balanced trade, that have a fair trade, that can work together hand in hand to create more jobs, more wealth for their youth and their population, and more opportunities in a safe way, in a full respect between the people, in a development that is valuable for both economies and both populations. We had a discussion with Mr. Minister, small talk before this meeting, and we share a lot of views regarding the way we should develop the relationship. We are very confident that what we are signing today is a follow-up of what we started more than a year ago after the visit of the Bundeskanzler here, after the representative of the private sector decided to collaborate more together, and that we will have the chance to create more opportunities for our people and for our companies to develop their business, to develop energy security of this part of the world that is in full need of new type of investment in new areas, and to develop the trust we are working on and developing together by creating more opportunities and creating more transparency in exchanging our informations and expressing formally our needs to fight against all type of financial crimes or illegal migration or whatever can disturb our security and our stability and our economies. So welcome again. I'm happy to receive you here for your first visit in Morocco. I hope it won't be the last. And to Austria and to Morocco for a bright future.
Thanks a lot, Your Excellency, dear Mr. Mezzour. I'm very pleased to be here. You see, it's a pretty large delegation, and you only see parts of the delegation because many company representatives have appointments with their counterparts at the same time. So there's lots of interest in Austria for Morocco. I'm very pleased that the momentum in our bilateral relationship that has been put in motion over the last 1.5 years, starting with the visit of the Chancellor, the Federal Chancellor Karl Nehammer, about a year ago, and some preparations for that. That this momentum is now resulting in the signing of a memorandum of understanding, and it should not be the last. It should be the start of a much more close relationship between the two countries. We discussed already that the two countries have quite a lot in common, that they are natural partners, and that it's a pity that this partnership has not been closer even before. But we have seen also before that already quite a positive development in terms of, for instance, bilateral trade. Growth of trade volumes of 10, 15, 20%, the balanced trade between the two countries, a very complementary set of production that helps both countries in terms of imports and exports. So there's lots to do in common, and I really commend Morocco for the development, the economic development, but also the reforms, the social reforms taking place. It's a very impressive program that is in place, and we hope, of course, that all the targets will be reached here. It's for the benefit of the two nations, and we are, I think, able to intensify by a huge margin over the next couple of years. When we talk about the industries, of course, the automotive industry that we share to a certain extent. Austria doesn't build cars, but we also have a very strong industry in automotive parts, and we already have a couple of Austrian companies present in Morocco. We are also happy that there seems to be more interest of Moroccan companies investing in Austria, so I think it should always be two ways, bi-directional, what we are experiencing. We have in Austria a strong focus on technology. You mentioned green tech, you mentioned other technical parts that are produced. We talked a bit about the semiconductor industry in Austria. Austria has, many people don't know, that's the strongest semiconductor industry in the European Union per capita. And of course, the German one is larger in absolute terms, but if we take it per capita, Austria is the strongest semiconductor producer. We have, of course, common interests in automation, in other high-tech industry, and again, the memorandum should be the starting point of working together more closely in these areas that are very important for both countries and for the development. There is, of course, common interest when it comes to geopolitical aspects of trade. So we are ahead of the WTO 13th Ministerial Conference. I think a world order that is based on fair trade, that is based on fair rules in trade, is in the interest of both countries very strongly. And so there's lots of things, lots of issues where Austria and Morocco can work together closely. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm very thankful for the very warm reception here. And I'm sure it will not be my last visit to Morocco.
Great.
Thank you very much. Is someone from your delegation want to say a word?
Perhaps as president of the Austrian Chamber of Economics.
Okay, thank you very much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to come back after 1 year, and I think there have been a lot of activities between our two countries, and some companies are also increasing their cooperation with companies of Morocco. And thank you also for the hospitality we've seen in the last days. Yesterday in the evening, we had a very interesting presentation from your companies, which are working in the field of energy, green production of energy. Also, the H2 topic was stressed. But on the other hand, it's the second topic we are very interested in, is the cooperation between industry companies. And your infrastructure has got real good for all companies which are thinking about to move from far shoring to near shoring. And your opportunities you give to European companies have raised on a level that's real good for us to change to Morocco to implement our production here. As already mentioned, Mondi has its most productive site here in Morocco. And they are a worldwide acting company, and that's a good reputation also to inform other companies in Austria to go to Morocco. I'm looking forward to the negotiations with your specialists, and thank you very much for the hospitality and for to welcome us in such a warm and fine form. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being such a good friend of my country and such a good trading and investment partner, an ambassador of the Moroccan economy and of Moroccan development. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Someone else? Someone from this side? No one? Should we proceed? Let's go.
Cool. So, der Enzo stellt die Bilder dann wieder. Super. Ja, die waren jetzt sehr schön.
Sehr gut, ja.
Thank you. Oh, we have